Oh boy, I can't wait to see what item this is. Elden Stars. This legendary incantation is the most ancient of those that derive from the Erd tree. Creates a stream of golden shooting stars that assail the area. Holy shit. I found a legendary incantation. The Elden Beast uses this move. And on top of that, Rage Gaming says this is an OP hidden incantation. Rage Gaming never lies. This shit is gonna be bussin'. Alright, we are stacked with the best faith stuff in the game right now. With all my buffs, we have 96 faith. Melania's dead as fuck. I can't wait to see the look on her face. Elden Stars has to be one of the most disappointing spells in Elden Ring. The disappointment I experienced when I found out Elden Stars sucks ass was akin to a kid getting socks for Christmas. Like, you find the damn spell, you read the description, it says it's a legendary incantation, the most ancient of those that derives from the Erd tree, and even the Elden Beast wields it, and then you see the damage and you're just like, damn. Like, despite Rage Gaming's title, you could tell this man was disappointed. It's so sad. Just look at this.
Oh, I really like what I'm doing. Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
Someone give this man an Oscar because Jesus Christ, he really sold that performance. I almost thought the spell was good for a second. Keep in mind the damage I show in this video is on my bubble build, which is pretty much just a pure faith build. It has like over 80 faith, and that's without buffs. With buffs, it's like 90 something. Now, believe it or not, this spell can actually hit 1,000 and sometimes even more than 1,000 damage, but the problem is that it's so damn inconsistent that, you know, you barely see it happen. If I'm being completely honest, I don't know why it's so inconsistent. I assume it just has something to do with the way Elden Stars targets the enemy or something. But damn. Now, if you think the only disappointing thing about Elden Stars is its inconsistent damage, well, I got some news for you. Now, you probably could already tell from the gameplay, but this thing has a long casting time, and on top of that, it takes a lot of blue. Why does a spell that has a 50-50 chance of doing jack shit take so long to cast and take so much FP? It just doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, by the way, when you're doing the little T-pose thing and calling upon the power of the stars from the gods, you could get hit across the face with a flaccid cock, and that would be enough to stop you. This thing has no hyper armor at all, which is actually insane considering this is a legendary incantation, and then you have a fucking trumpet that gives you insane amounts of poise. I'm actually convinced that this spell isn't supposed to be good in any way, it's just supposed to be used to trigger the PTSD that people have from fighting Elden Beast. Like, if you think about it, that would make a lot of sense considering this spell has no redeeming qualities at all. The only thing this has going for it is its range. That's about it. Now, admittedly, I haven't tried this in PvP. I thought I'd go ahead and save myself the pain and suffering, but I'm pretty sure it's not very good there either. Now, while I didn't try Elden Stars in PvP, I did try it on myself using a mimic, and yeah, it was pretty mid. I will say, if you can manage to shoot Elden Stars in PvP, like let's say you go against someone dumb enough to actually let you shoot that, you could probably take advantage of the PTSD episode they'll experience when they see Elden Stars, and you could probably combo it into another spell. The problem is that if they actually know how much damage Elden Stars does, they won't fall for it. Like, they'll actually just stand there with a straight face and just eat every single little star missile that hits them. It'll be like you just joined their world to give them a free massage. Going back to PvE, I'm sure there's a few of you who think, you know, maybe this is like pest threads. It sucks ass on most enemies, but when it comes to big enemies, that have big fat hitboxes, maybe it does huge damage. Being the absolute Elden Ring genius I am, I've already tested this against Radahn. Radahn's fight would have been the perfect fight for Elden Stars to shine in. I mean, it's a big open arena, no walls for the stars to hit by accident. Radahn is a huge man, and on top of that, you can cast it on Torrent. But unfortunately, it still wasn't that great. As far as I can tell, Elden Stars is nothing like Pest Threads. Its damage on enemies with bigger hitboxes is pretty much the same as it is on an enemy with a small hitbox, which is honestly odd considering that Elden Stars releases like tens of trillions small little missiles, and you know, it's kind of hard to miss when the enemy is so damn big. Now when I make videos like this one, there's normally a couple of people who write short essays in the comments about how I'm using whatever item wrong and I'm just bad at the game. If you're one of those people, please do enlighten me, because there has to be some secret technique to Elden Stars that I'm missing. Like, there's no way this legendary incantation is actually this bad, right? Because goddamn, I can literally outdamage Elden Stars with a fucking trumpet, and it will use less FP and take less time. And if you're gonna say Elden Stars is meant to make people run away, not do damage, why would people run away from something that's not gonna kill them? I gotcha there. Now funny enough, I actually did find one really good use for Elden Stars. I was at Mohg's palace, and it was really dark, like I couldn't see a damn thing. And unfortunately for me, I didn't have a flashlight. So I was rummaging around my pockets, you know, I was looking for anything, something that could help me see. Luckily for me, I had Elden Stars deep in my pockets. Finally, I found it. A use for Elden Stars. That's right, all this time, Elden Stars was just a glorified flashlight. Unfortunately, even as a glorified flashlight, Elden Stars is still kinda mid at that. You're probably better off using a lantern. I know, who would've thought? Anyways, before I end this video, there's one last thing I want to try with Elden Stars. You know, maybe it's useful in this area. Now, this is kind of a crazy thought, but just hear me out. You know, trust the process. Maybe, just maybe, Elden Stars can kill the Soldier of Godric. Maybe Fromsoft created Elden Stars as the Soldier of Godric's kryptonite. If Elden Stars can actually kill the Soldier of Godric, I will be dumbfounded. Let's see how it goes. This changes everything. Anyways, yeah, Elden Stars is pretty much the most disappointing spell in Elden Ring, you know. It's always the cool looking spells that suck. As always, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. You're awesome. If you enjoyed, drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. And I'm out.